Local, live, late-breaking. WESH 2 News starts now.
Right now at 11, history on the Space Coast, the launch that happened just an hour ago and why it's so special.
And a ruckus crowd met President Trump's son on a visit to the University of Florida tonight. Why some students say they didn't want him there and his reaction to the rowdiness.
But first, it's the picture the police want you to see. They say the man in this sketch attacked a woman at her own home. She told police that she was walking inside when the man pushed her door open and then grabbed her.
She had just finished walking her dog in Lake Eola Heights last night. WESH 2's Gail Pascal-Brown spoke with people in that neighborhood.
Do you recognize this man? Orlando police released his composite after a woman was attacked in Lake Eola Heights Wednesday night just before 9. The Millers are shocked.
Well, I mean, outside of you just telling me, I had no idea. We live right down the street, walked last night, walked our dog, and had no idea there was an incident.
It's just super scary. We've been here for 20 years and I've never ever had anything like this happen.
Police responded to Cathcart Avenue just minutes from downtown Orlando. A woman said after walking her dog and returning to her apartment, she saw the suspect behind her. She told police as she was entering her apartment, he pushed her door open, covered her mouth to prevent her from screaming, and attempted to push her into her apartment.
It's a pretty scary situation. You know, in a nice neighborhood like this, you would not really think that someone would want to do this.
The victim was able to scream, and one of her neighbors heard her. I did speak with the neighbor who aided the woman, but he didn't want to go on camera because he says he's no hero. He says he was just in the right place at the right time. When he heard his neighbor scream, he ran to her. He says the man swung at him and missed and then took off. Here's another look at the sketch. Are you going to be on the lookout for him, though?
I will. Keep my eyes open.
If you have any information, call Crime Line at 1-800-423-TIPS. In Orange County, Gail Pascal-Brown, WESH 2 News.
Tonight, Osceola County deputies need your help finding the man who attacked a Lynx driver. They released these surveillance pictures of the suspect, so take a good look. Deputies say that he was getting off the bus in Kissimmee one day last month when he hit the driver in the face and ran off. If you know him, give the sheriff's office a call.
Tonight, we witnessed a piece of space history. NASA launched its Icon Explorer satellite carried by a Pegasus rocket, which was dropped from a plane. WESH 2's Kelsey Thor joins us live now from the Space Coast with more on this unusual launch. Kelsey, take us through it.
Well, guys, it was very unusual, but I would say pretty cool. We could actually see the rocket in the air, even though it was all the way out in the ocean. Now, as you said, it was very unusual. You can see from this video that was captured from the airplane that this rocket was on exactly what happened. Now, according to NASA, they put this rocket on the bottom of an airplane. That airplane took off from the Cape Canaveral Air Force Station here around 8:30. It then flew out about 50 miles into the Atlantic Ocean, dropped that rocket at around 40,000 feet in the air. That rocket then fell for about 5 seconds and then ignited mid-air and shot the satellite up into space, where that satellite is now orbiting. Now, it did have a couple issues just in the few minutes before it was supposed to launch. They had to delay the first launch about a half hour. We spoke with a NASA representative. He told us exactly what went down.
Well, you know, that's how launches go sometimes. Sometimes at the last minute they abort, and you know, I know everybody was really excited after all the challenges. It's been more than a year, but we were pretty confident.
Now that the satellite is up there, it'll be orbiting the isosphere. That's the area where the Earth's atmosphere meets the very beginning of space. NASA scientists here tell us that this satellite will orbit for about 2 years collecting data. They say that area of space is really crucial when it comes to launches, and they don't know too much about it. Everybody here is just excited, though, that this launch was successful here tonight. We, of course, will bring you more information on this, but for now, here in Brevard County, I'm Kelsey Thor, WESH 2 News.
Opening statements begin tomorrow morning in Markeith Lloyd's first murder trial. This case surrounds the murder of Shanae Dixon, his pregnant ex-girlfriend. Lloyd will be tried separately for the death of Orlando Police Lieutenant Deborah Clayton. Today, a judge seated a jury in 4 alternates after 2 weeks of jury selection, then asked Lloyd if he had any questions.
My question, Mr. Lloyd, is do you have an objection to the jurors that are being picked in this case, other than the objections your attorneys have already made?
All that's got to do with the jury.
Okay, so Do you or do you not object to this jury panel?
I object to everything going in this courtroom.
Okay. All right.
The jury is being sequestered at a hotel. The trial, including the penalty phase, could last 6 weeks.
Firefighters are used to saving lives, but one in Florida found himself in need of a rescue.
He was surfing on the beach when he was bitten by a shark. How he's doing now and the lesson he says he's learned.
And a delay in the plan to send astronauts to space from the Space Coast. Why NASA's leader says it won't happen this year.
But first, an accused bank robber in a dress takes off with a sheriff's office patrol vehicle. Now we're seeing the moments the deputies wreck their own SUV to catch him. Tony.
And Meredith, right now we continue to watch some showers along the coast, especially in Brevard County. Let's go right to the radar. You can see some of the rain, briefly heavy there, up into the Port Canaveral area, over towards Satellite Beach. Straight ahead, I'll show you if this rain is going to linger into the morning commute. You're watching WESH 2 News at 11.
Breaking news this morning.
Breaking news this evening. Every day, news happens right here in the cities, the suburbs, and neighborhoods we call home.
Live in Orange County.
Brevard County.
Osceola County.
In Lake
We're
County.
live in Volusia County.
Every day, we seek the news, get answers, reveal the truth. Every day, we search for the sunshine, chase storms, help plan your day.
Sunrise is live. We are live.
Every day, stories live to be told, and we're here to tell them. WESH 2 News, local, live, late breaking. Stay connected with WESH 2 on Facebook, Twitter, and the free WESH 2 News app. Download the free WESH 2 News app today.
Tonight, we're seeing the moment an accused bank robber was arrested in Seminole County.
51-year-old Gumercindo Reyes was pulled out of a Seminole County patrol vehicle after he drove away with it as he tried to escape. Police say it all started with Reyes robbing the Chase Bank along 436 around 2:30 Wednesday afternoon. The robber was wearing a long dress and a long wig. He handed tellers a threatening note and then also made comments to the bank staff.
The first forecast of Florida's citrus season has growers pretty optimistic. Today, the National Agriculture Statistics Service said that Florida is expected to produce 74 million boxes of oranges and 4.6 million boxes of grapefruit this season. Both are increases from last season, and it is good news considering Hurricane Irma devastated the state's citrus industry back in 2017. And even before that, growers were dealing with a greening disease that affected crops.
Today marks 1 year since Hurricane Michael hit Florida's Panhandle. The Category 5 storm made landfall in Mexico Beach, making it the strongest hurricane to ever hit the area. WESH 2 was in the Panhandle as Michael moved through and also visited the area several times afterwards, getting a first-hand look at the devastation. Just 2 weeks ago, Governor Ron DeSantis visited Mexico Beach to announce $25 million in funding and a $1.1 million grant to keep the fire department up and running.
Hard to believe it's been a year already. Tony, we are still obviously tracking the tropics, but it's been so quiet.
It has been quiet. You know, sometimes there's a secondary max around the third week of October. Not seeing anything, but it's something we have to watch. I think once we get past the 25th, usually here in Central Florida, we're in really good shape. Okay. Even though the end of the season doesn't stop until the end of November, as you guys pointed out. Hey, let me show you what it looks like outside right now. Still a couple of showers along the coast right there. We're running at 74 degrees. A few sprinkles still in Melbourne. Wind out of the east-northeast at 13 miles an hour. When we take a look at the radar, a few sprinkles here falling apart just to the southwest of Samsula in Volusia County, back towards Port St. John. Just north of Cocoa, we do have a couple of showers, and then back towards Cocoa Beach. Let's take a look now at Monday and Tuesday. Still dry, watching moisture down south, watching moisture up north as another cold front will begin to drop southward as we work our way on into Wednesday. That's when our rain chances start to go back up. And with a west wind on Wednesday, that means those temperatures are going to jump up before those late day showers begin arriving. So let's take a look now at your updated 7-day forecast. Lowering rain chances as we head into the front end of the weekend. A few more showers along the coast. For Monday, Columbus Day looking good, nearing 90 late Tuesday and Wednesday before our next front, and the chance for those showers start arriving.
Metallica is coming to Daytona Beach. Promoters announced today the legendary band will headline 2 nights of the Welcome to Rockville Festival at Daytona International Speedway in May. You may recall that the Country 500 used to be there, but it did not return for 2019. Passes for the festival go on sale Monday at noon.
Super Bowl 54 is coming to Miami in 2020, and officials need thousands of volunteers to help in the week leading up to the big game. The Super Bowl 54 program launched this week with a call for 10,000 people to serve as ambassadors for the the area. The committee has enlisted former Miami Dolphins quarterback Dan Marino to serve as the honorary captain for the volunteer team. This will be the 11th time that the Super Bowl has been in South Florida and the 6th time that it's been inside Hard Rock Stadium.
All right, and Darren Stilch is here now to talk a little more sports with us tonight. Darren, what you got?
It's nice to see Dan Marino finally involved with the Super Bowl.
Yeah. Oh, man.
I probably shouldn't have said that. Bethune-Cookman on the road for Thursday Night Football. National television. Wait till you see the final touchdown at NC Central. Plus, the Rays dug themselves a hole. Could they keep climbing out of it? No. Highlights from Houston next.
News is everywhere. There's good news. There's news that slowly takes shape. And news that develops by the minute. See it here on WESH 2 News. Local, live, late breaking. WESH 2 Sports, sponsored by Mullinax Ford. For 4,000 cars and trucks, shop Mullinax in Apopka, New Smyrna Beach, Kissimmee, and our new location in Vero Beach. Now, WESH 2 Sports, sponsored by Mullinax Ford.
Facing elimination again. Hello, everybody. I'm Darren Stoltzfus. So far this postseason, the Rays 3-0 in elimination games. Tonight in Texas, trying to get past the Astros so they could join the Yankees in the ALCS. That'll do it for sports. The news continues right after this.
Closed captioning is sponsored by New South Window Solutions.
All right, you've seen them in sci-fi shows, but flying cars could soon become a reality. Today, Boeing and Porsche announced that they're teaming up to develop one, releasing these renderings. Now, a statement says the two companies want to, quote, explore the premium urban air mobility market and the extension of an urban traffic into airspace. The announcement did not include a target date or any details about resources the two companies plan to invest in the effort. All I'm going to say is I'll believe it when I see it.
Sounds fancy,
yeah.
right?
I've been told that I was going to be driving a flying car. When I was a kid, that's what my parents said. By the time you're driving, the cars will be flying.
Somebody's watching the Jetsons.
I know, right?
Just imagine I-4 with 4 levels of traffic.
No, I can't, because it's already wild.
No, yeah.
It's bad enough already?
Yes, for sure.
Let's take a look now at that wake-up weather forecast. I think a lot of people are in that camp, by the way. 70 coastal showers by the afternoon, coming in at about 87 here in town with a couple of showers. Again, along the coast, rain chances will be just a little bit higher, and the temperatures will be a few degrees cooler.
And remember, you can wake up with WESH in the morning. Our sunrise cruise starts at 4:30 a.m. with overnight news, first alert weather, and traffic.
WESH 2 News is always on WESH.com or the WESH 2 News mobile app. Thanks for watching. We hope you'll join us again tomorrow night.
Watch WESH 2 News Sunrise for traffic updates driven by Toyota of Orlando and Toyota of Claremont.